It's a privilege to be here, and thank you for allowing me just a few minutes. My sincere thanks to Jatin and his team for including Unicorn Foundation in this year's Light for Life dinner. Jatin is someone who really walks the talk, or actually bikes the talk. My wife Carrie and my unicorn friends over there. We had the privilege of cycling the length of both the North and South Islands with Jatin in 2015, 2017 as part of the Tour of New Zealand, which you've heard about, to raise money for many worthy causes. And then Jatin took it upon himself to ride for the Unicorn Foundation this year in 2019. So thank you. Jatin's smile and eternal optimism and commitment to helping others is wonderful. And we're incredibly grateful for the support of the Light for Life charity dinner and for all of you here tonight, so thank you. To put the work of Unicorn Foundation into context, I'd like to tell you a little bit about my own journey with neuroendocrine cancer. This began at 4:48 p.m. on Friday, the 18th of November 2011, nearly 8 years ago. I was 49 years old, a wonderful wife, 3 beautiful children, and a very full and fulfilling professional life as a cardiologist. I've been feeling a little bit tired, maybe because in the 3 weeks before that I'd run a half marathon, cycled around the East Cape, and then had a medical school class reunion. I went to my GP with some non-specific abdominal and back pain, and I'd been feeling that for some time, and he wisely sent me for an ultrasound test. I could tell something was wrong when the sonographer kept going over my liver, and then the radiologist, who I know very well, came in shaking and told me that I had multiple liver tumours that looked like metastases. I was transferred to the CT scanner, which confirmed these metastases and also found a 5-centimetre tumour the size of a golf ball in my pancreas. And it was 6 long days and a liver biopsy later that I found out that I had a rare type of cancer called neuroendocrine cancer, or NET cancer, which you've heard about from Siobhan this evening, which is the type of cancer that Steve Jobs died from, and not the usual type of pancreatic cancer. However, my prognosis at that stage was grim, and I was not expected to live more than a year. My life changed forever from that point on, and a whole new world opened up for me. I don't have time to go through my whole journey in detail, but suffice it to say I've been very fortunate to be able to access a special type of targeted treatment at the Peter MacCallum Cancer Centre in Melbourne called peptide receptor radionuclide therapy, which has saved my life. I've been there now over 20 times in the last 7.5 years, and I've had 11 cycles of this treatment, amongst other things. I live with this disease every day, and I keep climbing the hills and knowing that there is incredible progress in cancer treatment. And to use a cycling analogy, I'm not getting off my bike anytime soon. Thanks to the fantastic team looking after me both here in Auckland and at the Peter Mac in Melbourne, an incredibly supportive wife, and amazing support from my family, friends and work colleagues, I'm confident that no matter what is waiting for me around the corner, I can face it with courage and determination and a will to live. Sadly, this is not the case for many other of the 350 or so Kiwis that are diagnosed with NET cancer each year, who have not been able to access this treatment as there is no public funding for it. The Unicorn Foundation has been working hard to change this terrible and unfair position. We've lobbied government and district health boards very hard, we've raised awareness, we've fundraised. In 2015, after our first tour of New Zealand, we purchased a special type of generator to run a special type of scan, which has given hundreds more Kiwis more certainty about their own NET disease. Many of these people have gone on to receive the treatment in Melbourne, who otherwise would not have done so. We are now fundraising to help establish a national centre of excellence for world-class treatment of neuroendocrine cancers and for patients with this at Auckland Hospital. In June, after a huge amount of work, we heard from the National Service Governance Group of the Ministry of Health that the establishment of a publicly funded PRRT program for the whole of New Zealand was approved. Unicorn Foundation will be right in the centre of this, with our mission to support patients and their families, improve access to life-saving therapies, and continue to lobby for state-of-the-art treatment and promote research and education into the causes of NET cancer. We aim to develop a wraparound service and care for NET patients around New Zealand, which we do through our nurse and patient network, and also in Auckland when patients come here for treatment. There is much to do, and if you can help us on our journey, we would be deeply appreciative. A number of special things have happened to me and my family since I was diagnosed with this cancer, which have been actually overwhelmingly positive. We have met amazing and wonderful people like Jatin, who have been generous and giving, and we have been humbled by the kindness and support of friends and strangers alike, and we have gained strength from the courage and resolve of others who have similar or more daunting paths to tread. Many important ideas and qualities have emerged for me on this path, including knowledge, focus, perseverance, teamwork, hope, and gratitude. All of us here this evening can make a difference, and many sayings have resonated with me over this time, but it seems fitting tonight to quote about these qualities from a man who did much to change the world and to give hope to millions, Mahatma Gandhi. A few of the things that he said: be the change that you want to see in the world. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. And the future depends on what you do today. So thank you again for the opportunity to talk to you this evening about my journey and the work of Unicorn Foundation New Zealand. We hope you will join us on this journey to improve the plight of NET cancer sufferers in this country and to make a real difference in their families' lives. We really appreciate your support, and thanks once again to Jatin and the Light for Life team.